When it comes to certainty, you were asked yesterday about the President's executive order on immigration, and insofar as you've indicated that your plan for a more comprehensive approach would deal with the President's executive orders regarding young people, etc., why not provide the similar certainty by saying, well, until such time as I pass a new immigration law to provide that certainty, we'll do away with or not the President's executive orders?
Well, substantively, where do you come down on the issue?
He described what he did as a stopgap measure. These kids don't want a stopgap measure. They want some permanence in understanding what their status is going to be.
An executive order is, of course, just a short-term matter. It can be reversed by subsequent presidents.
Not something that's temporary through an executive order.
Not to have a nominee like myself going out and talking about short-term answers.
And now he's putting in place a little stopgap idea.
And I've said I'm not going to be looking for stopgap measures.
Not this kind of a stopgap measure. And we'll see how that works out.
But would you repeal this?
The executive order from President Obama stands or does not stand?
Well, it would be overtaken by events, if you will.
We'll see kind of what the calendar looks like.
By virtue of my putting in place a long-term solution.
On a long-term basis, so they know what their future would be in this country.
My own view is we need to have a long-term solution.
That's something I will start on day one.
We have to find a long-term solution.
Long-term solution. A long-term solution.
A long-term solution.
A long-term solution.
Something that's long-term.
Long-term solution.
Not just for the term of a president, but on a permanent basis.
That's something I don't want to football with as a political matter.
I won't keep on about this, but just to make sure I understand, would you leave this in place while you worked out a long-term solution, or would you just repeal it?
We'll look at that. We'll look at that setting as we reach that. But my anticipation is I'd come into office and say we need to get this done.